Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
To our new passengers, aloha and welcome aboard.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is still ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic. And what would be a show without my
lovely wife, Dawn?
There's big changes happening in the Walt Disney World planning process right now. We just thought we would just jump into it because there's a lot of information here. You don't want to hear too much of us bantering back and forth about the weather and that kind of thing.
It's hot.
I'll assume right now if you're in July and you're at Disney World, it's hot.
It's hot.
And if you're in the animal kingdom, it's extra hot.
That's for sure.
I'd use the term oppressing, but I'm trying to be a little more positive. But, hey, you can only go when you can go.
That's right. We used to have to only go in the summertime because of my work schedule and liking to take the kids for, more than a couple days at a time. But, We're good now.
Yep. And there's lots of people like that, though, that can only go.
That's right. Lots of
when
professions.
The kids can go, so.
Well, let's talk about the changes.
Changes. This involved Genie Plus. Remember that Genie Plus that we all loved? Okay, nobody really loved it. And I will say Genie Plus, name gone. It's no longer Genie Plus.
No.
I'd say the people that are most thrilled about that are the fans of Aladdin. You don't want I don't think people want a Genie associated with
paying more to go to Disney World.
Paying more to go to Disney World.
That's right.
Because Genie was such a great character. Robin Williams did such a good job.
Oh, he was awesome in that character.
And loved Aladdin so much. I think it just kind of brought down the whole Aladdin thing. People are like, oh, the Genie.
Yeah. But still, I'm just going to throw this out there, and I'm only going to mention it once. Bring back the free Fast Pass.
I hear you. Everybody listening would appreciate the free Fast Passes.
I know. But that's not happening right now, so we do need to talk about what is happening.
We do, and it's starting really soon.
Yes.
And if you're going soon, you need to be aware of this information.
Absolutely, so that you can take full advantage of it, if you choose.
If you choose.
If you choose. It's not necessary. You don't have to do it. But if you choose to do it, you need to know what's going on.
It's actually going to be now called the official Lightning Lanes.
Multi-Pass.
It's going to be called the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass.
That's right.
Much better name. Personally, I think they could have gotten away with calling it the Fast Pass, like New Fast Pass, because I think it would have been a little bit easier to distinguish between the second option, which is the Lightning Lane Single Pass.
Right.
Again, they're sticking with the same name, basically, for both things, and they're not totally different, but they're different enough that I think they need a little more.
Well, Single Pass sounds like you can buy it for any ride, but it's only selected rides.
Correct.
So that I see the confusion there. And then Multi-Pass sounds like you can buy it for many, many, many different rides, but not every attraction has that.
Yes.
So it is confusing. So buckle up.
Buckle up.
Pay attention. We're ready to go.
Pull up your lovely hot Joffrey's hot or iced beverage.
There you go.
When does it start?
Say, starts July 24th, so coming up here very, very soon. And you cannot do anything until July 24th. There's going to be some new rules that are associated with multi-pass and single pass, but they do not take effect until July 24th. There's nothing you can do about it till July 24th at 7 a.m. Eastern time.
There you go.
So keep that in mind, especially if you're going next week and you're wanting to take advantage of it. Nothing you can do about it till July 24th.
Right.
So let's talk about some of the changes. We talked about that Genie Plus is now known as Lightning Lane Multi-Pass or
Correct.
Lightning Lane Single Pass. Let's talk about the Single Pass first. What attractions currently have the Single Pass Lightning Lane that you purchase as an individual ride? It's only one ride once per day. And you can actually purchase 2 single passes for 2 different experiences, but you can only experience each one time.
Yes.
During each day.
And as you said, these are not available with the multi-pass.
No, they are not.
So it's in the Magic Kingdom, it's the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Tron Light Cycle Run.
Right.
Those are the only 2 there. We're going to go over to Epcot. The only single pass at Epcot, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. Love that ride.
Oh, that was a good ride. I'm kind of surprised they didn't lump Remy into there.
Because Remy is multi-pass, but we'll talk about that later.
Exactly. Single pass at the Hollywood Studios. You know it, you love it. I'm sure I don't even need to say it. Go ahead, you know what it is. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, yes.
And then it's going to take us to the Animal Kingdom.
Are there any there?
There's only one.
Probably Flight of Passage.
Exactly, Avatar
there
Flight of Passage.
There you go. Yeah. So, yep, that's it. So those are the only rides that use the single pass. And if you're going to multiple parks during that time, that's great, but you can only purchase 2 single passes per day.
Correct.
That's the rule.
And when can we start purchasing these things now? Before it was always Genie Plus. It was you had to get up at 7 a.m. the day of.
Right.
And purchase it.
But now, if you are staying at a Walt Disney Resort, the Swan or Dolphin, or Shades of Green, you can purchase it up to 7 days in advance.
I love that.
I do too, because people want to plan. They want to know what they're doing. They want to get the attractions that they want. Sometimes Disney lumps in the hotels that are in the Disney Spring area, that they're the Disney-friendly hotels.
They have in the past.
But this is absolutely not the case.
No.
So if you are staying at one of the Disney Spring hotels, that's a good partner hotel with Walt Disney World, you are not included in that 7 days.
You're not that good of a partner.
It is strictly all the Disney World Resort hotels, the Swan and Dolphin, Shades of Green. That's it.
That's it.
If you are staying at Walt Disney World, at this Disney Springs area or any other outside hotel, or you're just coming for the day, you rented a house, whatever, you can purchase these things 3 days in advance.
Correct.
And the other nice thing about it is once you hit your 7-day or 3-day mark before you get to Walt Disney World, you can make your advance plans for the entire stay up to 14 days.
Right.
So if you have a 10-day ticket, you're staying for 2 weeks, you have a 10-day ticket at 7 a.m. the week before you arrive, and you're staying at the Walt Disney World hotels, you can plan your vacation, your experiences all at one time.
This is fantastic because people don't want to have to get up at 7 a.m.
Every single day.
Every single day while you're there and do this. You can do this before you go.
Right.
Everything's loaded into your My Disney Experience app, of course, so you can see what you've done. You can modify it from there. But, you don't have to set your alarm for, 6:45 or 6:50.
Right.
Get on the app and make sure everything's all set. So,
And you don't have to do it like every day before your trip either.
Right.
It's just a one-time thing. That's nice.
One time.
Or 3 days for everybody not staying at a Walt Disney Resort hotel. So that is a very, very nice addition to that.
And right now, everything's telling us that it's once you do everything, it's just one transaction in the app. It's not like a bunch of different single transactions.
Correct.
They put it all in the cart, and when you're done, and you can see all this stuff before you actually make the purchase.
Yeah, all your booking windows.
Yes, which
That's
is fantastic.
fabulous. You couldn't do that before. You had to buy it and then hope for the best that you would get what you wanted.
Yes.
So now you can see your booking windows. You can actually choose a booking window. It's not just the next available time like it was previously.
I will say, with this iteration, Disney seemed to take a lot of feedback from a lot of guests.
And I'm going to give them a lot of credit for that.
Yes.
Because it was annoying to have to okay, I have, Remy booked at noon, but I'm going to go to someplace else first and then go back to Epcot later.
Right.
And you try to modify, and Remy is not one that's easy to modify.
No.
So it's nice to be able to absolutely book the time that you want to be there. You can, however, still modify if you find that you're running late or you had a dinner reservation that ran later than you thought. You still can modify and hope to get, if it's available, we should say.
Right. So if you're doing your dining, your 60 days out, if you're a resort guest, this is going to be much easier and very fantastic to know what's happening as you go to book it.
Right.
Now, still, if you go to do some last minute dining booking, you might have to shuffle some things around. Good to be aware of.
Yeah. We had clients that are actually at Disney World right now, and they ate at Cinderella's Royal Table. And they got Tiana's Bayou, and they were so excited as a virtual queue, which is different.
Right.
But still, they missed it. And by then, it started to rain. They were fed up. They left. I'm sure they maybe could have gone to guest services and figured something out.
Probably.
But that's the thing. You just don't know when you're going to get them. And now you do.
Now you do.
So you can plan a little bit better. I love that.
I love it so much. Very excited by that.
Other things that are different is you can book up to 3 experiences per time per day in advance. Correct. The thing that has changing though is for those of us that love to stack, we just keep modifying at that 2-hour window. The 2-hour window is gone.
Right.
You can only hold 3 experiences at a time. So once you use one experience, then you can book another one.
Right.
So if you're booking everything later in the day, you cannot book anything else until you use till you scan into that first experience.
Right.
So that's kind of a bummer for those of us that like to stack, but I think they looked at that too and probably weren't super thrilled people were doing that. So they took that ability away, unfortunately.
Well, like life, people find a way.
This is true. So,
and I'm sure there'll be changes kind of as this goes on too. They'll adapt some stuff.
Right. Everything I think is very fluid at the moment.
But with these, the new multi-passes, they've gone with a tiered system.
Yes. Kind of like the old Fast Pass system.
Yes. So do we want to talk about what the tiers are?
There's just 2 tiers.
Right.
Tier 1, tier 2. So there's actually no tiers at Animal Kingdom.
Correct.
So you can book your 3 experiences, whatever you like, at the times you like. The other 3 parks have a tier. You can choose 1 experience from tier 1 and then your other 2 from tier 2. Or you can choose all 3 from tier 2.
Yes.
But you can only choose 1 tier 1.
Thought we'd go over what those are.
All right. Quick. So go ahead.
We're going to start with the Magic Kingdom. Your tier 1s are where you can only get 1 from this. The first group is Big Thunder, the Jungle Cruise, Peter Pan, which is actually down right now. They're doing a little refurbishment, so take that off the list. Space Mountain, and some ride called Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Nice.
And then the other experiences, Barnstormer, Buzz Lightyear, Dumbo, Haunted Mansion, Small World, Mad Tea Party, the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, old family favorite.
Yeah.
Mad Tea Party. Oh, did I already say that one? Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Mickey's Filler Magic, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Pirates of the Caribbean, one of my favorites. Tomorrowland Speedway, and Under the Sea, The Journey of the Little Mermaid.
So Tiana's Bayou is going to be a multi-pass available and not virtual queue?
Yep, that's what it looks like. Choose 1 experience from that group, multi-pass. Tiana's.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting, because she's virtual queue right now.
Yep, not much longer.
Huh. Alrighty then.
Let's go to Epcot. All right, the 1 experience from there, the first tier is Frozen Ever After, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and Soarin'. And then the other experiences, you can get 2 from, or all 3. The Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival, not necessary.
Not necessary at all.
Journey into Imagination with Figment, really not necessary. Living with the Land, possibly.
Depends.
Mission Space, The Seas with Nemo and Friends, Spaceship Earth, and Turtle Talk with Crush.
Nice.
Over at Hollywood Studios, the choices for the first tier, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Love that.
The Millennium Falcon, The Smuggler's Run, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, and then Slinky Dog Dash.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That is popular, though.
It is very popular. The other group with the 2 or 3, you can book the 2 or 3 multi-passes. Alien Swirling Saucers. Looks simple.
That.
Always hilarious.
Oh my gosh. That I think I would put that in my top 10 favorite attractions because it's just fun.
You can't not giggle when you're on it.
I know. And the music is great.
Yeah.
So it's just fun.
The Beauty and the Beast live on stage. As long as it's been there, I think we only saw it once.
Yeah.
That was fine.
We saw Beauty and the Beast, though, at the Princess of Wales Theater, and then we saw it up in Akron as well.
Oh, right.
And so, I don't know. It's sometimes when you see something on Broadway like that, to go into a theme park to see it, it's so much shorter. It can't be as good as what you see on Broadway,
right.
like a Broadway production, but that's okay.
But I mean, the show's been running since before the Beauty and the Beast movie came out, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Amazing.
Let's see here. Did I say the Disney Junior Play and Dance Show? For the first time in forever, the Frozen Sing-Along Celebration. Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, Muppet Vision 3D. Star Tours, Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, and Toy Story Mania. All fall on that second tier. So actually, I'll go ahead. I'll just mention it just so you know what you can get the multi-passes for. Dinosaur. Rumor is that's not long for the world. That might be extinct.
I think so. It's going to be extinct soon.
Expedition Everest, The Feathered Friends in Flight, Festival of the Lion King, Finding Nemo, The Big Blue and Beyond. It's Tough to Be a Bug, Cali River Rapids, Kilimanjaro Safaris, and the Navi River Journey. Those are your choices for the multi-pass at the Animal Kingdom.
Alrighty then. If you are visiting different parks, if you have a park hopper and you're going to different parks during the day, you can book at different parks, but you have to book your first 3 experiences at one theme park. Then after you scan into the next one, then you can book an experience at a different theme park.
Yes, you have to scan in your first one.
Yes, you have to scan into your first attraction before you book another one.
Right.
At a different theme park. So that's I'm not sure if I like that one, but, I'm not exactly sure the rationale on that.
Yeah. And of course, as you said, you already have to have park hopper.
Right, you have to have park hopper. So now I suppose you're wondering, how are they going to control people booking a resort, say, since they can cancel about 5 days in advance for a regular room?
Tell us.
And how are they going to handle that? Well, let me tell you, they have thought of everything.
Yeah, they have. They've given us lots of thought.
Right. So if during the time that you decide, well, I'm going to stay at a resort hotel and I'm going to book all my experiences and pay for my multi-pass for my days that I'm there, but I'm really staying at a hotel on I-4.
Right.
And so then you cancel the room that you had at Walt Disney World. That will also cancel all of your multi-pass reservations. Every single one for your entire stay. Right. They're gone if you cancel that. If you try to skirt their system and book in advance. So that's not going to work for you.
Correct.
And they will not refund your multi-pass cost.
Right.
They have said that right up front.
That was right there.
Yeah. So if you're going to stay at a different hotel, then go ahead and do the 3 days in advance. I would imagine that with their system as it is now, there should still be plenty of attractions available at the 3-day mark.
Oh, I would think so. Yeah, there'll be something available.
I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Might not get the exact time you want, but,
right. And that's if
you'll be able to plan ahead.
And that's if you cancel your Disney World reservation. If you modify it because you decide you want to stay at a different hotel,
that's fine.
That'll totally be fine.
That's just if you're not staying at a Disney Resort hotel at all.
Because sometimes you get there and you're like, yeah, I think Pop will be fine. I like the Skyliner. Then you're looking down the Skyliner line and you're seeing the Caribbean. And you're like, And then you see the Riviera a little further down. And you're like, Oh, trust me, they'll let you do that.
We always have those thoughts. And then we go right back to Pop.
We still like the Pop.
Because the Scott family bank account does not allow for the Riviera at the moment. That's okay. It's on our bucket list. Someday we will.
That's right.
So that's all right. I do really, really like Pop, though.
Absolutely.
I love Pop. I love the Skyliner. We have not had a bad location at Pop. It has been very quiet.
No, but I think next time we will probably opt for and try the preferred rooms closer to the Skyliner.
Yeah. Because can be a hike.
It can be, which I don't mind in the morning. I do more at night.
It is a little more of a challenge at night.
Oh.
All right. So did we cover everything?
I think we covered everything that's very important. And if you have a trip coming up, and as always, if you book with Resort Loop Travel, we're happy to help you.
Absolutely.
Sort these things out. And they also changed the system over at Disneyland.
Right.
But they just changed the name. Everything else is the same. So if you're using this at Disneyland, it's just like it always has been.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine there. So let's just recap.
Let's recap.
So the changes start July 24th at 7 a.m. You can do nothing until July 24th at 7 a.m., even if your trip starts on July 24th.
Correct.
Cannot do anything until then. You can purchase your single pass lightning lanes and your multi-pass lightning lanes all in one transaction for your entire trip.
Yes.
Up to 14 days.
Yes.
Which is really, really nice. You can now pre-select the times that you want to experience each attraction. They give you that booking window. You can still modify if necessary.
Correct.
You can only hold 3 of the experiences at one time. Once you scan into one experience, then you're eligible to book another. The 2-hour booking window is gone. And if you're staying at a resort hotel, Swan and Dolphin or Shades of Green, you can pre-book your experiences 7 days in advance. Any other hotels, 3 days or no hotel if you're just local, 3 days in advance. They have some restrictions on people who have tickets that require a reservation for a park because some tickets still do that. So if you are one of those people, definitely check with someone, get online, check. Give us a call.
Right.
Or send us an email. We'll help you out there with that one.
It's never the tickets in the package. It's always like a special promotional ticket or maybe an annual pass.
Right. Exactly. So most of you are just fine with how they did it. Some attractions are either standby line, no standby line, or single pass only. Some are virtual queue, but most of the ones that are virtual queue, you can still buy a single pass for. Most of them, not all.
I will say you can buy the single pass or the multi-pass or both. You don't have to buy one or the other or buy one to get the other.
Right, exactly. Or if you just want to go and enjoy and you're going maybe at a lower time or you don't mind waiting in line because some of their queues are really awesome.
Right.
Just go and get in line.
Sometimes people just want to experience, just be in the parks.
That's right. Exactly. Just keep in mind, though, that there are still some attractions that are virtual queue only.
Right. That
you can't get in the standby line. And that's about it.
I think that nailed all the information you need to know.
That's right.
At least for right now. Stay tuned for changes.
All right, we'll have this information up on the website.
Absolutely.
And ask questions there, and we're happy to answer them.
Yes, we will. Everybody, I think that pretty much wraps up the show.
I think so.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of information in here.
That is a lot of information. So like I said, any questions, comments, concerns, go to the website.
That's right.
And we'll answer them.
Maybe even criticisms. We'll see.
I don't know if I want to open myself up for that.
People are going to do it anyway. It's the internet. What could go wrong in the internet? Oh, everybody, I'm Tim Scott. You've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic. Happy to be joined by
His lovely wife, Dawn.
everybody.
Yes.
Check us out, ResortLoop.com. We have a little Facebook group over there, Looper Nation Live.
See you, everybody.
Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com.